This is to the Kohanim. I don't know where to start, honestly. But, the Kohanim, the Holy of Holies, right? Through the last 5 years, you had Obama, you had many terrorists and, many bad people. You had, Edom, which is America. You have the home to Amalek, Russia, Germany, France, Asia, all the Arabic countries, all the Arabs joined together with Obama to plan a little massacre on the Jews. Israel first, obviously. Again, they've, confused Israelis with actual Jews in exile, we're obviously, we're the 10 lost tribes, right? We're gonna make our way home someday, hopefully, right? You're the Kohanim, you're the right people to tell about it. So I'm gonna be contacting some of you about something, about doing something together, because something needs to be done. Throughout the last 5 years, you'd have the world of Gentiles, which is no world, with Obama, basically, learning out the Torah and, trying to make Jews sin, especially Jewish women, especially Kohanim women too, Kohen women too, Levi women too, Kohen, Levi, so all, into trying to, get them to be evil, because, they wanted to, make men dependent on women, just like, they were before they were slaves in Egypt. I'm not saying they always were, but before the Jews were slaves in Egypt, there was a time when they did actually depend on women. I'm not going to say where I get my info from, but that's how it was, though. And, so, you have, them tempting the Jews into, committing sins, and all kinds of things, to make them, go against the Torah. That was a strategy, The problem here is this, the issue here is this. You see, God gave Noah the 7 NOAHIDE laws, and this has not been followed at all by the Gentiles, especially the last 5 years. What has been followed by the Gentiles and the world of Gentiles, which was to control the Jews, are what's called the law, made by America. The same kind of bullshit where you get a lawyer and they sit in court trying to defend and make the rules of what's called the law, instead of actually the 7 NOAHIDE laws, which is what court is for. So they get permission from courts to do things, to kill people, and they say, court, let's take it to court, let's go to court. These are not justice courts, you need to come together and do something about these so-called courts that Gentiles run, because, the Noahides are not doing anything. You have the Noahide nation, bullshit now, they're not doing anything, all of them, sunk into being sinning, you need to bring them back now. You have these Gentiles who are not following the 7 NOAHIDE laws. Us Jews are supposed to follow the 7 NOAHIDE laws, supposed to follow the Torah. God gave Noah the 7 NOAHIDE laws. There was a flood. Because He promised not to give a flood again, doesn't mean you have to go and, break the 7 NOAHIDE laws. Maybe God could give you a flood that would affect, most of the world, maybe, possibly. But not the whole world. God promised He'd never flood the whole world again. Floods have happened, All those tsunamis happened, which were all for Mashiach ben Yosef, or whatever. All the wildfires that happened, which was, many Kabbalists say defend the Kohanim. So, when Obama started so-called exhausting the holy ones, his start was with the Kohanim, with the Kohens. Yes, the same Kohens that come up and give the blessing of the Kohen in prayer, etc., etc. So, the plan was to actually get you to commit as much sins as possible, to go against God as much as possible, get crooked rabbis, all these so-called shlitas, and haravs are all, bullshit. They're all corrupt, they're all crooked, in religion especially. They're all about money. They're the Erev Zer. These are all fake, Haredi. Haredi is all fake. Okay, you have regular, clean yeshiva students walking around with Haredi clothes, living the Stone Age, The Stone Age is bullshit, it was made up. Alright? There's a lot of things that were made up in history books, There were technologies out there before, they're not here now, for reasons. Kabbalists say angels came to people and told to destroy it, because there were gifts from God, and later generations, the Gentiles would have problems with Jews. And they'd wage war. It's just wasting the Jews' time, instead of living life the Torah way, living life the right way, they'd be in wars. So angels told these people in different generations to destroy their technologies at certain times. And, I'll say King David's time was pretty good. This is what's found out through Kabbalists. Kabbalists hold a lot of information. Angels go to Kabbalists and inform them a lot of things. Kabbalists used to take care of the whole world. Now then again, Kabbalists need to know how to cure the whole world. A lot has been done. The health of the Jewish people has been attacked. It's been discovered that if going to mental hospitals, for example, they give you medicines. You take these medicines for maybe a duration of a few weeks to a month. You cannot sleep without them. Psychiatric medicines. You cannot sleep without them. They report all kinds of side effects on TV to tell you it's okay. And so-called government of wherever in the world, we have so-called governments, or had so-called governments were saying, they're putting people into, mental hospitals and stuff. They say, there are side effects and stuff. It's all to make you sick, okay? Side effects of heart failure, side effects of this, side effects of that. People feeling cold, it's been reported. All this has been reported. I'm notifying you, the Kohanim. This is to the Kohanim, to the Kohens, to the Kohens. There may be unholy acts being performed, and I'm telling you that there was a major attack on you at first, and you let it happen. This whole thing with Obama was not supposed to happen, okay? The Jews let it happen. You let it happen. Things were stipulated in such a way where you had people who do something about it, especially people on top, where they had to sit and take it and not do anything. Due to certain things called heavenly stipulations, where other people's lives would be in jeopardy and you're supposed to sit and wait till it's the right time. But you're allowed to help a person and you won't. Because you're not supposed to, due to certain reasons. Holy people know about this, tzaddikim know about this, righteous people know about this. Many people know about this. It's intelligent, especially know things about this. There's hide things, or hid things. They've been using intelligence. You know what intelligence is? They've been using intelligence on Kohanim. They have had people and bad women sent to Kohanim especially to seduce them, to tempt them. You said as just some Gentile, you let it happen. Who lets a Gentile into the Jewish body, for example? The Torah teaches the Jewish people are one body, right? So what if you have a cancer in a body or something, And what if a Jew is sick, right? And he's a good kind of Jew, for example. Do we not feel it? Are we not affected by it somehow? I'm not saying something happens to our health, but in feeling, in an area, would we feel better or for the worst? Those are things to take into consideration. They put many Jews into mental hospitals, all the plan to make them sick. Once they're on these medicines, just for a few weeks to a month, they cannot sleep without them. And now you have people on medicines with all kinds of side effects, with all kinds of liver problems, kidney problems, people dying from liver problems and things like that. And these, doctors are being paid to say, it's from this and this and this. Cardiac arrest, for example. Or something else, acids or something. They're making things up like this. Making things up to everyone. Okay? I'm not going to get into details here. But many people know what's going on now, All the Jews know what's going on. I told all the Jews, I had a lot of information sent to Jews all around the world, the ones that will do something about it, the ones that are real justice, I mean, you need to understand, Obama's plans have been in the making since childhood against the Jews. Okay? Look what he did to the Kohanim. Look what he did to Jewish women. You didn't know, but guys like me knew. But then again, they were always, trying to, have me put into certain troubles. Then again, I couldn't say anything because of reasons. To keep people safe and stuff. You know? I mean, Jewish women turned against the wrong guy too. They don't know what they did, you know? I mean, when I was attacked by hundreds of people around me 4 years ago, of course I chased after them. It was no attack on me, honestly. They got seriously hurt. That's self-defense. You know, a lot of these Jewish women were coming and crying. They said, Gabriel, we're sorry, Gabriel, we're sorry. Because they saw me do things to these stupid Gentiles in self-defense that they never imagined was possible, couldn't comprehend with their heads. I'm that strong. You know? To see a man pull, a hand, to pull a hand out of a person's, forearm, it's quite shocking. Then again, it was that self-defense, you know? The guy's trying to kill you, he threatens you. You do that instead of going after everyone else in life or death matters. This guy was going to get it anyway. So he died. Thank God. You have the Arabs always, knowing about these things, knowing these, medicines will make you sick. You can't sleep without them. You know what it is if you can't sleep? People have died from not being able to sleep. People have had severe headaches from not being able to sleep, jeopardizing their healths. All these psychiatric medicines especially are there to make a person sick. They say to people, this has been found out, they say to people that have mental illness, they need to comply now with so-called government mob. All these so-called government you have all around the world, nothing but government mob. That's all, that's all. And they want to tell the Jews, they want to restrict the Jews and tell them these are the laws over here. You're in exile, these are the laws over here. No, these are not the laws over here, land is free, So Obama had many, people contacted, and, a great strategy devised, have the Jews sin, and next thing you know, they're getting Jews sick with this bullshit. This is what they did to Michael Jackson, okay? Michael Jackson was going crazy, They had him take all kinds of psychiatric medicines. Nobody knows about this stuff. Whitney Houston also. So what they do, they couldn't take the pain they were going through from the medicine side effects and from not being able to sleep. They were overdosing, wishing death on themselves. Rest in peace, right? The Arabs, all for the sake of terrorism. They're big fans of terrorism for some reason. Muhammad the Prophet, peace be upon him, right? Jesus Christ, man. So I want to contact you about some things. I'm going to be contacting you about this video too. And we need to do something together, We did something with the tribe of Yehuda 5 years ago and something not too long ago. I think we need to do something with the KOHANIM right now and do something together. And babysit the Gentiles into following the NOAHIDE laws because it's good for them. They should do it because they'll know what's good for them, honestly. Looking for a war with the Jews, but the Jews are not knowing. It's not the way to go. Looking for a war with the Jews is not the way to go, really, This has all been done by Amalek, okay? Obama's mother is Amalek. It's been discovered, okay? If the son of a mother who's Amalek, the son is Amalek. He might not be an Amalekite, but he is Amalek as well, as the Torah teaches, okay? All the bushes, Amalekites, okay? The mercy of the wicked has suddenly prevailed somehow, right? How could you let the Jews just let things happen arrogantly? Let somebody do something. You don't let anybody do anything, okay? This whole thing shouldn't have happened. This whole Obama thing shouldn't have happened on the Jews. The evil that will befall you at the end of days. Wow, okay, wow. The man is nothing. He started out as nothing. He was made by women. I'm not going to say how. Then it was too easy for him. He just took it to the max as the evil. That's all. That's all. And everyone, for some reason, keeps trying to, Obama everything. I mean, you have Edom. America's Edom. You have Edom minding their business where it's not even their business. They're not letting music come out. They're not letting patents come out. They're always trying to make sure the best things don't come out. There are technologies out there that are ready to come out. They're not letting it happen. They're claiming ownership. They're claiming so-called copyrights. They don't want the right people to get paid. I got some news. If you're not with the so-called government mob of the world or whatever it was, they try to make it very hard for you to get a job and live, you know, do all kinds of things. Unless you join them. And they always went to Jews, recruiting and having Jews join one way or another. They say it's a mob, it's a mob. Just to, you know, put food on the table, put bread on the table. That's no way to live. That's no way to live, man. You know, me and the tribe, we did something together 5 years ago and something not too long ago when it came to Israel. Now it's time for the Kohanim to you know, get their hands dirty and make it clean, you know? It's time for the Kohanim to make their impact, you know. The Gentiles need you. They're totally straight, you know. They don't follow the 7 NOAHIDE laws. The Arabs don't know what the 7 NOAHIDE laws are at all whatsoever. 7 NOAHIDE laws is what's needed to be followed, not the law. The law. You know? So, many Jews have been put into mental hospitals for no reason, especially the lower kind of Jewish heroes. Youngsters. Under the age of 18, even. And Kabbalists, for some reason, don't want to cure them because they're not corny, yeshiva-looking corny people. They don't want to cure them with Kabbalah. And you need to do something about curing Jews that need the cures with Kabbalah. Because these people are suffering now. They can't sleep without medicines. So all this is designed to make you sick. That's all. And they tell you it's non-compliance, meaning you're not complying with their so-called mob government or whatever. Government mob. And it was all run by mobs. Who were they afraid of? Mafias. Where were the mafias from? Russia. And the problem is, though, Israel, since America's existence actually has been discovered, joined them. So the tribe of Yosef always trying to launch attacks on the rest of the Jews in exile, always saying things like, yeah, we live in Israel, you don't. And the tribe of Yosef has to redeem itself now. The tribe of Yosef actually came together with Edom, which is America, and Edom doesn't know what they got themselves into, to be honest with you. The Gentiles don't know what they've gotten themselves into, to be honest with you, because they've totally screwed up the lives of holy people. The Arabs endlessly screwed over the lives of men of God. They're paying for it right now. You see, many men of God decided to, you know, take them for a waltz. And the Arabs learned a lesson. The Arabs are bleeding right now. This is what I heard. This is what I was told. This is what I know. This is what I was told. Finding out things and stuff, you know. Reported, you know. I was told this. So, you know, messing with King David type of figures is no way to go. Messing with, you know, Yehuda figures of holiness is no way to go. And the Jews need to come together and really ask themselves, what the hell have we done to the right kinds of Jews in the world? Because they disincluded them out of life for Obama Amalek to teach them a lesson through God. That was his job as an evil man. But then again, he didn't do his job right. He didn't even do his job at all the right way. And then again, he did all these other things that he wasn't supposed to do, knowing that God kept, that he's being kept there by God for him to actually do his job as an evil man, you know. You become an evil man, there are times you become that great, even if people got you there, you don't know at all. Even if people got you there, then you have to do a job for God. And you know this is between him and God, that, you know, he has to do the job now. Because he failed all his tests, and God gave him the answer on the platter. He lives it and he knows it. There's an evil man for you. There's an evil man for you. The Kohanim need to really get together and teach the Gentiles the 7 NOAHIDE laws, and teach them, not to impose laws on the Jews and make restrictions on the Jews, because it will be very serious on them. And Kabbalists are ready to act on all Gentile leaders in the world with pulsa denoras, with serious business. They're not playing around. And the Kohanim really need to report it as middlemen at this point, because if these leaders, keep going by the same laws, they're going to find out what a pulsa denora is the hard way. Why am I contacting the Kohanim? Why am I talking to the Kohanim? Because pulsa denoras are being handed out like candy these days. And pulsa denoras may become a Gentile epidemic if they dare screw with holy people again. Holy people are holding back, being held back too. They know what's going on now, but live their lives, they don't really care. But time is passing by. If results don't occur, if things don't become better, the Gentiles, if they don't start, becoming the right kinds of people, nobody's going to hold these holy men back any longer. Holy people are really ticked off. Men of God don't want to stop destroying Arabic leaders and secondary Arabic leaders, and all the way down from the so-called top of Arabic leaders all the way to the bottom, and whoever qualifies as leaders afterwards. They don't want to stop with them. Arabs are squealing like pigs these days, and nobody knows it, and no one can help them. Men of God are truly, peed off too. You see, the Arabs don't know what they got themselves into. But then again, they haven't landed in the right hands yet. They think it's that bad, but they don't know what it's like to land in the right hands, where this is no comparison what they're getting right now to what they could be getting now. So, the Gentiles need to be babysitted. They need to be taught, retaught, taught the 7 NOAHIDE laws, to follow them. Justice needs to be done with them by the Kohanim, if anything, right now. Because they've truly screwed with people they really have no idea with and don't know the likes of. If you want to go wage war on someone, let's do this one-on-one. Let's do this the right way. Formal, make it formal. Let's do it. You want to? Yes or no? The answer is a no. But they did their damage, but then again, stepping back right now. Jews versus Gentiles is an insult to all Jews, okay? Miracles can occur, pulses, notice can occur, serious business can occur, world war can occur. Because Edom doesn't want to stop exercising their so-called rights and their so-called made idea, which is of America is a free country. Everywhere is a free country. Everywhere is a free place. Okay? Land is free, always. They don't want to stop making people sick the way they know how. With chemicals being put in foods, certain type of medicines being put in foods and taken out, drinks, all that harm people. Sometimes you sneeze, you don't know why. Sometimes you cough, you don't know why. Chemicals in foods and drinks, so-called preservers, are wrong. They don't want to stop making the Jews sick. Now the Jews don't want to stop with you, Edom. You see, it's the tribe of Yosef that will burn the house of Edom. It's to the tribe of Yosef that Edom falls to, because they earned it with the tribe of Yosef. But they're not going to stop getting their asses kicked by the rest of the Jewish people who out-league them regardlessly. Edom is not going to stop getting squealed like pigs for what they've done. They made it so the right people are not supposed to do anything. They replaced real class and real talent with complete, total nonsense. With imbeciles who have no morals, no dignity. With evil people. They screwed up the world. They took it to the next step. Okay? They took it to the Arabic steps. The Arabic people will pay. People knew what they were doing. They weren't allowed to say anything because people's lives had to be protected at the time. The Arabs will pay. I can't wait until they land in the right hands. Because when it's the turn of the right hands, they're going to get crushed. Edom will fall to the descendants of Yosef, which we're all waiting for. Wow. But they're not going to stop getting annihilated by the Jewish people. Ever. Ever. We're sick of Edom. Who's Edom? Descendants of Esau? They hate the descendants of Yaakov, like it says. Well, we're not Yaakov, we're Yisrael now. God gave him the name Yisrael. At this point, the Jews have to move to Eretz Yisrael to save the Gentiles because of what they did. That's the truth. All this politics and stuff, it's all fake. It's all BS. You don't really want to know what they're doing, what politicians are doing. Okay? It's all this nonsense. They just report all kinds of nonsense on TV, passing bills and stuff. Passing gases, passing bills. Who gives a rat's ass? Who gives a shit? Trying to violate the Jewish women without the Jewish men knowing about it because they're too busy doing the right thing is no way to go. Alright? They took Jewish women into evil, trying to make sure Kohanim have a hard time getting married, because we know the stipulations of the Kohanim. Divorced Kohanim who are much older now. Kohanim who have not been married. I'm contacting you because you need to help these Gentiles, because it's becoming Mashiach now on these Gentiles in order to save the Gentiles instead of Mashiach now with happiness. You need to teach these Gentiles the 7 NOAHIDE laws and get through to them once and for all. Who can do it? The Kohanim can do it. Who's right for the Kohanim are right for, not the Levim. The Levim are doing justice with the Jews now for their nonsense. Good job to the Levim. Nice, very nice. The Levim have been contacted. They're down. Kohanim will be contacted. Hopefully you're down. Mashiach now the right way, not the wrong way, right? And something needs to be done about these so-called restrictions that are on the Jews purposely the whole time. And something needs to be done with persecution of the Jews into getting sick, especially in mental hospitals and prisons, where I found out they are giving medicines to the Jews. Not just making their lives living up, because these prisoners were paid to be there and walk around like, oh, we own the prison, to try to kill a Jew. Any Jews in prison in exile, they pay, these Gentiles are paid to be in there, some of them, or many of them at times, paid to be in there to make the Jew's life a living hell, or to kill the Jew by provoking him into a fight or something. and get away with it. All by a dome, America. It's really Russia who spewed its venom and made all this possible since America's existence, along with all the Arab countries, along with all the Arabs. That's their bond. Bond broken. They were together the whole time. Okay? They want to tell the Kohanim, these are your rights. The law is the law. They had Jews walking around saying, you break the law, you go to jail. Paid Jews saying, you break the law, you go to jail. I'm not saying it's just the Gentiles. I'm saying the Jews were in this too. Many Jews. Especially in America. Especially in America. Kohanim, do justice with the Gentiles before it's too late for them. Don't do things the Mashiach ben Yosef way. Do things the right way. Not lifelessly, but with life. Amen, amen.